Hello everyone and welcome to Colors Week. My name is Juan Camacho. I'm a dietetic intern from Kaiser University, and today we're going to prepare a variety of snacks. The first snack that we're going to prepare is hummus. Okay, the ingredients for the hummus are going to be as such. We're going to need 1 cup of dry chickpeas. What I usually do is I just buy the ones from supermarket that come in a can. So you can see these ones have no salt added. So this is a good benefit about purchasing the one that doesn't have any salt, because we're reducing our sodium a little bit. Okay, we're going to need a 1/4 cup of tahini. What basically tahini is roasted sesame seeds that they puree them and make them into a paste. This is what gives the hummus that distinct flavor. You can find this at your local supermarket, no problem. We're going to need a 1/2 of a lemon. That's going to equal to about a 1/4 of a cup. We're going to need 2 small garlic cloves that we're going to chop very finely. Okay, we're going to need some salt and pepper. We're going to use some cumin, some paprika, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of water as we go along. It usually takes about 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, next to here we're going to prepare a nice guacamole. Okay, so we're going to need 2 very nice and ripe hashed avocados. We're going to use a little bit of onion and red pepper. This equals to about 2 ounces of onion and 2 ounces of red pepper. We're going to need about 4 ounces of fresh cilantro, salt and pepper, and then we're going to have to put a little bit of lemon juice in there to bind everything together. Okay, before I start doing the process, I want you to guys see here I made a dip with beans. Okay, this is very similar of what we're going to do with the hummus, but I used beans. Okay, very simple. I chopped a little bit of onion and a little bit of pepper. Okay, you don't even have to chop it. You can just put it in the food processor. Then you add your cans of beans right in there. Then you add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of cilantro. You can add a little bit of paprika, and there you have it. You have a nice dip that you can take with you wherever you want. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so now if you don't have a food processor, you can do this easily on your blender. Okay, so don't be limited. You can definitely do this in your blender. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do, we're going to add our tahini into our food processor. Okay. Next, we're going to add our garlic, which we're going to chop it very nice and finely. Okay. Now, if you guys don't have the time, or this recipe seems a little bit too complicated, which is not, we're gonna work through the process, you can always buy the dips, okay? So what to look for dips, all right? Sabra is a brand that usually has like hummus and stuff like that. That brand is usually very good. Now, it's not about which hummus you're buying or which type of dip you're buying. It's the amount that you're eating, okay? Because usually about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the hummus is roughly about 70 calories, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and have that either with some chips or maybe with some vegetables. So this is a snack, okay? We wanna make sure that we're still fueling our bodies in between meals, but we wanna be conscious about how much we're eating, okay? So roughly about 150 to 200 calories is what a snack should look like. Okay, so this snack at the end of the day, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of hummus and about 9 of these chips is going to be roughly 200 calories. Now, on the other hand, you can have a lot of vegetables. Okay, that's the good thing about vegetables. They don't pack a lot of calories. So you can just grab your broccoli and then you can just dip it into your hummus, into your bean dip, or even into your guacamole. Okay, so here I had my garlic and my tahini. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and close this up, and then we're gonna blend it. It's gonna make a little noise, okay? So we're gonna blend it for about like 30 seconds. We wanna create like paste, okay? This is going to be a paste that is gonna wrap our chickpeas around very nicely, okay? Again, if you don't have a blender, you can definitely use your if you don't have a food processor, you can use your blender, no problem. It will do the job just fine. Okay. You want to make sure that that creates a nice paste. Okay. Once this is kind of like halfway, we're going to add our lemon and our 2 tablespoons of olive oil slowly. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and squeeze the lemon right in there. All right. So this is what we have going on. All right. We're gonna close it up again. Then we're going to add our oil slowly. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of oil into here. Okay, that was about 1 tablespoon right there. I'm gonna make sure the other ones are literally just eyeball the first one, but you can just go ahead and use your measuring spoons, which is very ideal, okay? Just gonna do this slowly. Okay, so once we do it slowly, we create an emulsion. Basically what that is that everything is being blended together, and by adding the oil slowly, everything emulsifies. Kind of creates like almost like a mayonnaise type consistency, okay? Once we have that gone, we're just gonna go ahead and put our seasoning. All right, so we're going to add a half a teaspoon of cumin. Cumin is a very nice spice. It's very potent, but it's very delicious, and this gives the tahini, the hummus such a nice, beautiful flavor. Okay, and then we're gonna just close this up real quick. Then we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Okay, just a pinch. Okay. Then we're going to add half of our chickpeas. Okay. Then we're gonna blend this again. Now you can have it chunky if you want, but this recipe is very nice when you have it very smooth. You know, the consistency of the hammer being really smooth. Okay. Now I'm gonna show it to you guys from the screen. You see how thick it is right now? This is the reason why I only added half of it. Okay. So once you add half of it, we're going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of water. Okay. So what the water does, it just loosens everything up. All right. So I recommend you guys do this in 2 portions. So we're gonna add a tablespoon of water. Then we're going to go ahead and add our remaining of our chickpeas. And then we're gonna see at the end if we're gonna need to add a little bit more water, okay? That all depends on how the consistency looks. Okay? Let's go ahead and blend this up again. On the blender, you can just take the top off and you just can add the oil slowly. So it's the same process. Just remember you turn it off before you add anything on it, alright? Don't turn it on with the lid off, because it's just gonna explode in there. Alright? Look at this, guys. Look how smooth it looks. Okay? And I think we're gonna go ahead and add just a tiny bit of water, because it's just a little bit too tight. Okay? Just gonna go ahead and add half a tablespoon of water to a tablespoon. Okay, and the consistency that you guys can give this is up to you. Okay, if you want it a little bit more thicker, if you want it a little looser, that is really up to you. Okay. Once this is going, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring this over. Okay, look at this, guys. Nice and smooth, velvety flavor. Again, this can be made in advance. You know, you can make this over the weekend. As I said before, roughly 2 tablespoons of this is about 70 calories. Okay, so if you're looking for a snack, you know, definitely try to stay within the margin of snacks. Now, of course, you know, if you want a little bit more, you can definitely have some more. That's not a problem. And this is very good because it has good sources of protein and fiber. Okay, I can tell you how much fiber we're adding into here in just a second. But before I do that, let me just put this over here. Okay. What I want to do next is I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of paprika here. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, nice. So there you have it. This is our hummus right here. Okay, now if you look at the dietary nutrition facts on the back of the chickpeas, we can see that for every half a cup of a serving of the chickpeas, we're having about 4 grams of fiber. Okay, so just think about that. You know, this is good sources of fiber that we're adding into our bodies every single day, but just having a snack. Okay, and now if we add the vegetables, that's, you know, we're adding a lot more fiber into it. All right, next we're going to do our beautiful guacamole. Okay, so as I explained to you guys before, we're going to use the pepper and the onion, the cilantro, the lime, okay, and the salt and pepper. Okay, all right. So, and there's like a huge variety of the things that you can put in a guacamole. You can add, you know, jalapeno peppers. You can add a little bit of like sour cream to bind it all together. I found this recipe to be very simple. Okay, so just be careful by cutting your avocado. You know, just slice it on the half right here. Okay, cut it open. Okay, and with a clean spoon, we're going to go ahead and add our contents right here. Now, guacamole as a whole can be a meal. It's very delicious. Again, we want to make sure that we stay within the ranges of our micronutrients. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Avocado has good omega-3 fatty acids. It's like what's called healthy fats. Okay. But again, we just want to make sure that we're being conscious of how much we're eating. Okay. Because this definitely packs a lot of calories by itself. Okay. And especially if we add chips. So remember, staying close to the 150 to 170 to 200 calories is very ideal for a snack. Now, snacks are very important because it keeps us going throughout the whole day. Okay, if you think about it, we eat breakfast around 7, 8 o'clock, and we don't eat lunch all the way down to like 2 o'clock. There's a lot of hours in there that we're not having anything. So we're gonna be hungry for lunch. So then when we have a snack in between, we are less likely to overeat during our lunch because we're already a little bit full, okay? So again, trying to incorporate those meals throughout the day, having your breakfast, having a nice snack, nice healthy snack, your lunch, another snack between lunch and dinner, and then your dinner. You're gonna find out that you're not gonna be tentative to overeat because you're constantly full, okay? And then you're creating a good environment around the food, you know, you're eating delicious. Okay, so that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and smash this avocado just a little bit right here, okay? Now you can have this nice and chunky, you can have it nice and smooth, you can even, you know, utilize one of the food processors too if you want to, but I found this to be, you know, very nice and simple to just do it like that, okay? All right, now that my avocado is quite chunky, I'm gonna go ahead and add our peppers and an onion right in here, okay? And then we're going to add our lemon. So I usually use half of a lemon, okay? Okay, and then we're going to season it with salt and pepper. Okay, nice, there you go, nice pinch of salt and pepper. Okay. Then we're going to chop our cilantro. Now, this is what gives the life to the avocado, to the guacamole, the cilantro, okay? So be generous with it, roughly chop it, take your time with it, of course, but this is what's going to bring everything together. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and our beautiful cilantro here. Now this is nice and red. different colors, green. And you can have this definitely with some chips. You can also have it with vegetables, right? Okay. This is done. I'm gonna move this over. Again, you can definitely purchase all these dips. You don't necessarily have to make them yourself. I found that by making your own stuff, you can definitely control how much you put into it. Not that buying it outside is bad or anything like that, but you can control how much you put it into your ingredients. Okay, you can modify it, you can make it your own. But I like my guacamole to be nice and chunky. Okay, so look at that, nice and chunky. Again, you can add a little bit of sour cream in here. Right now we're just having it like that. If you add a little bit of sour cream, we can increase our calories a little bit in the guacamole. There you have it, guys. We have our beautiful platter right here with some nice vegetables, carrots, and some broccoli, which are raw. You can just literally take one of the broccolis, dip it in here and eat it. You have our carrots, and we have these pita breads, pita snacks or pita chips. So 9 of these chips, 9 chips are 130 calories. Okay, so we also want to be conscious about, you know, our label reading. Okay, so make sure that you read the labels when you're getting your stuff. Look at the serving size, look at how many calories per serving there is. So 9 of those chips are 130 calories. Now we have about 2 tablespoons of that. We're talking about, you know, roughly 200 calories for our snack. Okay, all right guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this week was very informative for you guys. I really hope that you guys learn different techniques and different style of cooking. Again, incorporate your vegetables in every meal. Substitute, you know, things here and there. Just make sure that, you know, we're staying healthy and eating our vegetables and our fruits. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.